Hi everyone, Queeveen here from the comfort of my kitchen. In today's video, we are going to look ahead into the future. So of course, if you are a regular viewer of this channel, then you know that I regularly get suggested different things to take a look at in the sky. We are going quite far into the future this time, and we're going to be taking a look at the planet Jupiter. But what exactly we're going to see, well, we'll just have to find out. We are going all the way forward to the year 7541. So we are going quite far into the future for this one. This may be the furthest into the future that we've gone on this channel, at least so far. We are taking a look for the planet Jupiter, and of course we're so far into the future here, I have no idea where the planet Jupiter is going to be. Of course, here we go. Well, it's definitely in the sky somewhere, and we can see it right there next to Saturn. So I'm pretty confident that this is going to be some sort of occultation. It really looks like it could be an occultation, if not a very, very close conjunction. So of course, zooming in here, we've got Jupiter and Saturn. We're starting to see some of Jupiter's moons and Saturn's moons. They're really, really close together here. It looks like I've gone forward from the 18th to the 19th, and I was told to look at the 18th, so we're going to come back a day and move through time a little bit. This tilting that's happening here is because we're following Jupiter across its highest point in the sky. So of course, things are going to look like they're tilting a little bit, but this is just down to the rotation of the Earth. It looks like they're not getting too close together here. At least it seems like the ground might be getting in the way. So let's see if we can get them a little bit closer. We are now watching the planets as they move under the horizon. And it looks like around this span of days, this is about as close as Saturn and Jupiter are getting. We can see that they're not getting much closer together as we move before the 18th or ahead of the 18th. It looks like they're staying very close together in the sky. So this suggests to me that they are both very close to the ecliptic, but they're not actually going to occult one another. So let's bring them back into a position where they would be visible here in Ireland. At least they're still above the horizon. And here we go, pulling back into darkness. So they are in an incredibly close conjunction there. We'll move back to just the beginning of the 18th. We can see all of Jupiter's moons. I feel the great red spot will come into view. There we go. So here we are looking very early in the morning of the 18th. Just 10 to 5 in the morning here. And Jupiter is visible with all of its moons. Of course, Jupiter's moons, the 4 Galilean moons. I say all of Jupiter's moons, I really only mean the 4 Galilean ones. The 4 Galilean moons are often visible all together, but not every night. And taking a closer look at Saturn here, we can see the rings look absolutely fantastic. So we're sort of looking up at the rings from below. We can see Saturn's southern pole here. So a very different point of view to the one that we have at the moment, where Saturn's rings look incredibly, incredibly thin. And we can see so many of the moons here, partly because of how tilted Saturn is. As these moons go around Saturn's equator, they're really going to be going above and below the planet. And we can see the rings above and below the planet here as well. So this is an incredibly close conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter. They both look amazing. And here we go, Jupiter's illuminated 99.4%, Saturn's illuminated 99.8%. So they're both very, very close to their oppositions as well. If we move through a bit of time here, they do occult. We just had to move a little bit further into the future. Or, well, maybe they don't occult, but they get even closer together. Here we go. So we can see them, maybe not from here in Ireland. We'll get rid of the ground and the atmosphere and just see how close they get. So we can see here, very, very close. They are getting very close, but it's almost as if Jupiter is sliding past underneath Saturn here as we keep moving into the future of the year 7541. So we'll come back a little bit. It looks like just about here. So middle of the day for us here in Ireland, as you can see, just after 2 o'clock. But here on the 9th of the 2nd, 7541, we've got this incredibly close conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. And to the naked eye, that's going to look pretty much like an occultation. Of course, we've gotten rid of the atmosphere and the ground, so everything looks perfect. Nothing's going to be getting in our way, but this is definitely going to be seen best from a different location on Earth. Let's just move back in time a little bit here. We'll come back to 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock for us here in Ireland on the 9th of the 2nd. And here we've got Jupiter's Great Red Spot. We've got the 4 Galilean moons, do we? Yes, all 4 of them. There's Callisto over in the corner. And we've got the big moons of Saturn all visible as well. So just to see how it looks, we're going to go down to a lower powered telescope. Even this, Jupiter's Great Red Spot and Saturn's moons visible behind it. That's already crazy. That's a crazy view to get. And here we are in the year 7000 with a reasonably small telescope, a Meade ETX 90. With a multiplier 2 Barlow lens, and we've got Jupiter's Great Red Spot, some of Jupiter's largest moons, most of Saturn's largest moons, Saturn and its rings, all visible there together. As I mentioned, not going to be visible from here in Ireland, not going to be visible until the year 7541 anyway, so we do have a long time to wait. So oddly enough, not the date that I was told to go and have a look at. I was told to go and have a look at the 18th, and on the 18th they do look very nice in the sky, and we can see the moons there nice and clearly as well. So that's coming up thousands of years into the future. That's something we've got to look forward to. We are going to continue. I do try to take a look. I do try to take a look at multiple events whenever we look forward into the future. You know, while we're going forward into the future, we might as well look at a few different things. So we're going to continue. We're going to continue just a little bit further into the future. We're still in the 7000s. We're going forward just 20 or so years. So here we go. 7,581 years AD. That is how far forward we're looking. So we know we're only looking forward about 5,500 years and a bit. But this time, instead of looking for Jupiter, we're looking for Saturn. Oh, we do also need to change the month. We're not looking at the 1st of January. We're looking all the way forward into July. But I do believe we are still looking at the 18th. So the 18th of July, we need to look for Saturn. We've moved a couple of decades ahead. Here we go again. Saturn and Jupiter right next to each other in the sky. Let's see how close to opposition both of these are. 100% perfectly at opposition and 100%. It looks like in the year 7581, Jupiter and Saturn will be pretty much coming to opposition at the same time here, quite close to summer, or pretty much in summertime. So we've got another great view of Jupiter here, the Galilean moons, the Great Red Spot, all visible all at the same time. We'll zoom in a little bit closer here just to bring out some of the non-Galilean Jovian satellites. They are there as well, but so much smaller, so much harder to see, very difficult to see through a telescope. The Galilean moons, much easier. Taking a look at Saturn here, and the tilt has changed drastically. We're now seeing more of the North Pole, and we're not seeing quite as much of the rings. We can see a little bit of the bottom of the planet, and a little bit, we can see that the top of the planet is over the rings here. So we are seeing Saturn's shadow thanks to the tilt, but it is directly behind the planet, so we know that it's very close to opposition, even if it wasn't for this 100% full notation here. So again, really close together. Let's see if we can get them closer. We're going to move back several months here. We'll move forward in time and then move back forward again. It looks like that's the closest they're getting. So you can see, let's get rid of the ground and the atmosphere here so we can see this a little bit better. We're going to see Jupiter going through its retrograde motion. Because we are frozen on Saturn, as it were, we're focused on Saturn, so Saturn's not going to appear to move. But we can see Jupiter there coming close to Saturn and then appearing to move the opposite way. This is something that planets further from the sun than us do around their moment of opposition. That's another great sign that these giant gas planets are at opposition at the same time. So we can see Jupiter doing its motion there in front of the stars, and then doing its little bit of a change there. Now Saturn is also going to be doing the same thing, but much more gradually over a longer span of days, and so it is harder to notice the change in direction. But what's happening here is the Earth is essentially catching up to Saturn and Jupiter and then overtaking them as we continue around the sun so much faster than they do. So let's see their closest approach. Yeah, it pretty much is there pretty much pretty much in May 17th of the year 7581. Was that the Marshall star? No, Zubin Hakrabi. So that's in Libra, even though this Arabic name here would imply that it's something to do with the Scorpion. That's a little quirk that we've covered in previous videos. But here we are, still a fantastic view of Jupiter there, still getting the great red spot. This is 4 o'clock in the morning, so this would be above the horizon, yep, for us here in Ireland. Way forward in the year 7581. So some fantastic opportunities to look at Jupiter and Saturn there coming up in the next couple of thousand years. I hope that you enjoyed seeing a preview of them here, and I'm sure you look forward to seeing them in person in 5,000 years, 5,500 and a bit years into the future. I hope that you enjoyed seeing them here. If you don't get to see them then, if you did enjoy this video, please do like it. If you like this kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also read this information written down on my website, queebeanscontent.ie. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here next time.